Let's get brutally honest for a minute. You know exactly the type of person we're talking about. The one who treats your kindness like a free pass to walk all over you. They're the interrupters who talk over you in meetings. The just joking bullies who coat insults in humor. The time vampires who act like your schedule exists solely for their convenience. And worst of all, we've been conditioned to just take it with a polite smile while our blood boils inside. Well, consider this your official permission slip to stop accepting the unacceptable. This isn't another fluffy pep talk about rising above while people keep dragging you down. This is your masterclass in drawing lines so clear, so unmissable, that even the most oblivious boundary crashers get the message. We're going beyond basic comebacks. We're rewiring how you respond to disrespect on every level. Imagine being able to silence interruptions with just 3 words that command instant respect. Turn passive-aggressive digs into moments where the aggressor, not you, feels the discomfort. Transform your very presence into something people instinctively know not to cross. The secret isn't in being louder or meaner. It's in being so unshakably certain of your worth that disrespect bounces off you like rain off a stone. You'll learn why most attempts at setting boundaries fail. Hint, you're probably doing it too nicely. And how to communicate in a way that makes people actually listen. This is about reclaiming the power you've been giving away. Not through drama or conflict, but through quiet, undeniable authority, the kind that makes people straighten up when you enter a room without you ever raising your voice. If you're ready to never feel like a doormat again, to turn those frustrating interactions into moments where you stay calm while they scramble, then let's begin. Your future self, the one who doesn't tolerate nonsense from anyone, is waiting. Press play. The silent stare. Your secret weapon against disrespect, the unstoppable power of silence, how saying nothing wins every argument. Let me share with you one of the most devastatingly effective weapons against disrespect. A weapon so powerful, it requires no words, no comebacks, and absolutely no emotional investment from you. That weapon? Silence. At first glance, silence might seem weak, passive, like you're letting them get away with it. But here's the shocking truth. Silence isn't surrender. It's psychological warfare at its most sophisticated. When someone throws disrespect your way and you respond with nothing but calm, unbroken silence, you're not losing the battle. You're changing the entire game. Think about what disrespectful people really want from you. They crave reaction. They feed on your frustration, your explanations, your desperate need to make them understand. But when you give them nothing, when you let their cruel words hang in the air like a bad smell, that's when they truly lose. Because silence forces them to sit alone with their own toxicity. And nothing terrifies a disrespectful person more than being left alone with the echo of their own ugliness. I learned this lesson the hard way with a colleague who specialized in backhanded compliments. Every interaction was a minefield of subtle digs disguised as jokes. For months, I played his game, explaining myself, laughing awkwardly, trying to prove I wasn't bothered. Then, one day, I simply stopped. The next time he made one of his signature jokes, I just looked at him. No smile, no reaction, just silence. The moment stretched, his smirk faltered. He actually started shifting uncomfortably under my gaze. And just like that, without a single word, I had won. He never tried it with me again. Here's why this works like magic. Disrespectful people are emotional vampires. They need your reaction to survive. Your anger is their validation. Your frustration is their proof that they matter. But when you starve them of that reaction, when you meet their cruelty with the same energy you'd give a stranger's ringtone on the bus, that's when their power evaporates. Silence does extraordinary things. It protects your energy, no more wasting breath on people who don't deserve it. It exposes their behavior. Without your reaction as cover, their disrespect stands naked and obvious. It trains people how to treat you. Either they rise to your standards or they fade from your life. This isn't about bottling up emotions. It's about strategic non-engagement. It's looking at someone trying to provoke you and thinking, "You're not worth my words." It's realizing that sometimes the most powerful statement is making no statement at all. So here's your challenge. Next time someone disrespects you, don't rush to respond. Take a breath, meet their eyes, and let your silence speak volumes. Watch how quickly they squirm when they realize their words have no power here. Because at the end of the day, respect isn't something you argue people into giving you. It's something you command by refusing to entertain anything less. And nothing commands respect quite like the quiet confidence of someone who knows they're above the noise. Drop a comment below. Have you ever used silence as a weapon? What happened? Let's share stories of quiet victories. And if you're ready to master the art of unshakable composure, hit subscribe. This is just the beginning. Remember, the loudest person in the room is rarely the most powerful. True strength often speaks in silence. Stop explaining yourself. The liberating power of owning your choices. Let's talk about something that's probably happened to you this week. Someone questioning a decision you made about your own life. Whether it's why you turned down that party, left that job, or made any personal choice that doesn't fit their expectations, people suddenly act like they're entitled to a full breakdown of your reasoning. Here's the truth no one tells you. You don't owe anyone an explanation for how you live your life. Think about the last time someone demanded to know why you made a choice. Were they genuinely curious? Or were they subtly, or not so subtly, implying you made the wrong call? Most of the time, these questions aren't about understanding you. They're about judgment. They're about making you doubt yourself so they can feel better about their own choices. And every time you scramble to justify your decisions, you hand them power over your confidence. This hits deep because we've been conditioned to believe our choices need external validation. If you're taking a path that makes others uncomfortable, whether it's leaving a stable job, setting boundaries, or simply saying no, their questions are often less about concern and more about control. Your independence threatens their comfort zone, and their why is really just a plea for you to conform again. I learned this the hard way when I left a secure career to pursue something risky but meaningful. Suddenly, everyone became an expert on my life. Why would you walk away from stability? How will you make money? At first, I'd launch into detailed explanations, hoping to win their approval. But no matter what I said, it was never enough. The more I justified, the more they questioned, and the more I started doubting myself. Then I tried something radical. The next time someone asked, "But why would you leave that job?" I simply said, "Because I wanted to." No defense, no PowerPoint presentation, just an unshakable, uncomplicated truth. The silence that followed was golden. Without fuel for debate, their interrogation fizzled out, and over time, they stopped asking altogether. That's the magic of refusing to explain yourself. When you stop justifying, you reclaim something priceless. The unspoken authority of someone who knows their life isn't up for discussion. Confident people don't beg for approval. They don't perform emotional labor to ease others' discomfort. They make choices and stand by them. No committee vote required. This isn't about being rude or closed off. It's about recognizing that your reasons are yours alone. That's what felt right for me, is a complete sentence. I've decided this is best, needs no footnotes. The moment you stop treating your choices like a public referendum, two things happen. You free up energy previously wasted on convincing others, and you teach people how to treat you. With respect, not interrogation. So here's your challenge. Next time someone demands an explanation, give them the gift of brevity. Smile and say, "It's what works for me." Then let the silence hang. Watch how quickly their need to debate dissolves when you refuse to engage. That quiet confidence, that's the sound of your autonomy roaring back to life. Your life doesn't need a review panel. Your choices are valid simply because you made them. Now go forth and stop explaining. Drop a comment below. What's one decision you're done justifying to others? Let's normalize owning our choices without apology. And if you're ready to live with this kind of unshakable confidence, hit subscribe. This is just the beginning. The power of distance. Why walking away is the ultimate form of self-respect. Let's talk about something uncomfortable but necessary. Sometimes the healthiest thing you can do for yourself is to simply step back from people who don't respect you. I know it sounds harsh. We're taught to be patient, to forgive, to keep giving chances. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. Not everyone deserves a front row seat in your life. If someone consistently makes you feel small, dismissed, or drained, distance isn't cruel, it's crucial. This isn't about drama or holding grudges. It's about recognizing that your energy is finite, and you don't owe unlimited access to people who treat it like an all-you-can-eat buffet of criticism, negativity, or emotional labor. Think of your life like an exclusive club. VIP access is reserved for those who uplift you, respect your boundaries, and genuinely care about your well-being. If someone's behavior would get them kicked out of any decent establishment, why would you keep them in your inner circle? Here's what distance really is: a boundary without words. It's not a grand announcement or a confrontation. It's the quiet act of protecting your peace by simply showing up less for people who don't value your presence. I learned this the hard way with a friend who turned every conversation into a subtle competition or critique. At first, I brushed it off. That's just how they are. But over time, those jokes started to stick. I realized I was bracing myself before seeing them, rehearsing stories to avoid judgment, leaving interactions feeling smaller than when I arrived. So I stopped making effort. I didn't block them or make a speech. I just stepped back. And in that space, something incredible happened. I breathed easier. My confidence grew. I finally saw their behavior for what it was. Not normal, not harmless, but toxic. Society will guilt you for this. But they're family. You've known them forever. Here's the reality. Time invested doesn't equal respect earned. Loyalty shouldn't mean tolerating disrespect, and niceness isn't worth your mental health. When you create distance, powerful things happen. You break the cycle. They lose the chance to keep disrespecting you. You gain clarity. Without their noise, you see the relationship for what it really is. You reclaim power. Every moment you don't spend on them is a moment you invest in yourself or people who do deserve you. This isn't about hate. It's about standards. The more you tolerate disrespect, the more you teach people how to treat you. But when you walk away, that's when they realize, sometimes too late, that your presence was a privilege, not a given. So ask yourself today, who in my life makes me feel worse about myself? Then ask the real question, why am I still giving them so much access to me? Your peace is priceless. Protect it. Drop a comment below. Have you ever distanced yourself from someone? What did you learn? Let's normalize choosing ourselves without apology. And if you're ready to set boundaries that stick, hit subscribe. This is just the beginning. Stand tall. The silent power move that shuts down disrespect. Let's talk about one of the most underrated yet powerful responses to disrespect: holding your head high and stand tall. At first glance, it might sound like generic advice, but this is psychological warfare at its most elegant. When someone disrespects you, they're not just attacking your character, they're testing your posture. They want to see you shrink, doubt, or scramble for their approval. But when you stand tall, literally and figuratively, you send a message that reverberates louder than any comeback ever could. I know exactly who I am, and nothing you say or do will make me question it. Think about the last time someone tried to belittle you. Maybe it was a backhanded compliment, a condescending tone, or outright disrespect. In that moment, their power depended entirely on one thing: your reaction. Most people crumble. They lower their gaze, slump their shoulders, or worse, start justifying themselves. But when you hold your head high, you rewrite the entire script. Suddenly, their words don't land. Their smirk falters. Their attempt to control the narrative collapses because you've made it clear their opinion doesn't dictate your worth. I learned this the hard way with someone who couldn't resist taking subtle jabs at me, always under the guise of just joking. At first, I brushed it off, then I tried defending myself, but nothing worked. Then one day, I stopped engaging entirely. The next time they took a shot, I didn't flinch. I didn't laugh nervously. I just stood there, shoulders back, chin up, looking them dead in the eye with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they're untouchable. And you know what happened? They backed off. Not because I said anything brilliant, but because my posture said it all. You don't get to define me. Here's the psychological truth. People who disrespect others thrive on uncertainty. They want you to question yourself, to seek their validation, to prove you're good enough. But confidence? That's their kryptonite. When you hold your head high, you disrupt their entire game. You force them to confront an uncomfortable truth. They have no power over you. And that realization, it's paralyzing to anyone who relies on disrespect to feel superior. This isn't just about physical posture, it's about mental sovereignty. Holding your head high is a declaration that you answer to yourself, not their approval. It's walking into every room like you belong there, not because you're entitled, but because you refuse to apologize for existing. It's smiling when they expect you to cringe, staying calm when they want you to react, and radiating an unshakable, "I'm not for everyone." And that's the point. So here's your challenge. The next time someone tries to diminish you, don't waste energy arguing. Don't slouch to make them comfortable. Stand tall, lock eyes. Let the silence amplify your confidence. Watch how quickly their bravado cracks when they realize you're not playing their game anymore. Because at the end of the day, respect isn't something you negotiate, it's something you command, and it starts with the simple, revolutionary act of refusing to lower your head for anyone. Drop a comment below. When has standing tall changed an interaction for you? Let's share stories of quiet victories, and if you're ready to own your power without apology, hit subscribe. This is just the beginning. Remember, the world will try to convince you to shrink. Don't. Stand so tall that their disrespect has to look up to reach you. You